Talking Big Ten football with Graham Couch from the Lansing State Journal. Let's turn it to the Michigan Wolverines taking on South Carolina. Jim Harbaugh in his third season, much was expected from people outside maybe the know in regards to the roster, the loss of all those seniors, the talent loss, and the difficult schedule. Because, of course, you expect the ascension, and he wins 10 games the first two seasons, finishes in the top 10. You expect it just to take off based on his past history. I think he still has the program headed in the right direction. I don't think there's any question about that, but certainly a down year, losing 4 games, not beating a winning team. So your assessment of Jim Harbaugh, you're right there. You listen to the calls on your show, The Drive. In regards to Jim Harbaugh's performance, and if people were expecting, hey, we know the program's headed in the right direction, this down year, hey, it's part of the process, or, man, this guy's not delivering.
Well, I think there is a segment of the Michigan fan base that no longer looks at him as sort of the savior, and has turned a little bit, and that's because he is 1-5 against his 2 rivals in 3 years at this point. And this year, that Michigan State game, you could feel it starting a little bit. This was not supposed to be, D'Antonio's owned that rivalry. Harbaugh was supposed to restore it, and that hasn't happened. It hasn't happened because he hasn't built have a quarterback. He's supposed to be the quarterback whisperer, right? And so that has been the frustration. He's not some defensive-minded coach who's been unable to put it together offensively. They had great defenses, and they struggle to run the ball. They struggle to protect the passer. They just struggled offensively now for a couple of years, and they were going to be young this year, but I think a lot of people thought their youth defensively would really be the issue because they lost 10 starters, when in fact they were fantastic defensively and have a number of all-conference guys and NFL guys on that defense. So I think, in a sense, the bloom is off the rose a little bit, but he is still, I think, a great coach. Is he the perfect coach that people there wanted to assume? No, but he's still a guy that did at Stanford what people never thought could be done. And obviously David Shaw has continued that and then built that to new levels. But, I had a coach who was there before who said you can win there once every 4 years at Stanford when you have a veteran senior group, but you'll never have any consistency. He's completely proven it wrong with academic standards beyond anything Duke or Northwestern's take seriously. And with athletes, they have built not just a powerhouse, but a team that wins with power football, which is incredible. And he was part of that culture. So I think he is still a phenomenal coach. But, yeah, people want more. They want Big Ten championships, and they don't like it when their 2 rivals are having more success. That won't stand for long in his salary and his hopes. I think next year, obviously, they go to East Lansing. I think to Columbus. Next year could be rough again. As for this bowl game, South Carolina doesn't really do anything for me as a team. They're not ranked. They're not that interesting an opponent right now. But I do think to win a 9th game, to win on New Year's, the momentum that comes from bowl games is something. It plays itself out over and over in places. I think having a good win and having a good showing and a good feeling and a good vibe, and maybe some success on offense, it really helps springboard them.
What interests me, Graham, is what you stated a few minutes ago. Michigan and South Carolina being from the 2 conferences they are, the power brokers, is that anytime the SEC and the Big Ten get together, even if it's about 4 or 5 or 6 spots down the chain of the seedings, it's still interesting to me, and there's still a sense of pride over who's going to win those games, and it being less of an exhibition because of the 2 teams and the speed versus power stereotype that I think is a little overblown. So I think anytime the Big Ten, especially during that run of national championships for the SEC, and that persona still lingers, that the Big Ten is always kind of trying to catch up to the SEC, at least in terms of national perspective.
Yeah, no question. They say SEC speed, right? That's the big line. And I do think there is some truth. There has been certain times, and there have been years where that was, the depth in the SEC was better. I think that's changed a little bit. I don't know that when you look at the Big Ten's East Division with, Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan State, Michigan, there's no division better than that in the SEC. I don't think there's people who have better speed than Ohio State, Michigan, or Penn State. So I think that is more perception than reality. And there are lots of arguments the other way when they have better. I mean, you know, the joke is at Arkansas, you know, they have they have a bigger pool for assistant coaches, but they don't have a pool for men's swimming because they fund like 4 sports to be able to pay for football and do what they do. So that the Big Ten has their mocking jokes back and things like that. But there's no doubt that when these two conferences face each other, there is something to that, and the Big Ten especially gets a little added juice from beating the SEC. And you know, if the Big Ten, however many matchups they have in the SEC in a given year, winds up with a winning record, they're going to tout that more than the SEC is the other way.
The Lansing State Sports Journal, join out him for his work right there. You can look him up online. Also, his show, The Drive on 92.1, The Team, talking Michigan State, and college football playoff process. Graham, we appreciate you stopping by.
Oh, thanks for having me.